says a lot about my effervescent personality, which is taking a beating here, you know, and it just shows really how much I'm loved. Make sure you print that way, Bob.
I hope 90% that don't come back read it.
No, they love being here. They're treated really well here. I mean, this is the best practice facility in the country. There isn't any better. There isn't any better anywhere. There isn't a pro team has a better one. Why wouldn't they? And they love Morgantown. They love Morgantown. They love the people. The people love them. They're getting ready to play 2 exhibition games, and one in Eastern Panhandle and one in Beckley. And I mean, you know, it's going to be a hell of a crowd. Why? What's not to like?
How beneficial is it for the young guys to see them come in, settle down, be working out in their off-season?
Well, this is a different group. I mean, these guys work out. They don't need a lot of encouragement or a lot of help. They love being in the gym. But that's similar to these guys that are back. I mean, when you stop and think about guys that spend an enormous amount of time in the gym, and really, when like Deshaun was here and Joe was here, and you've read the stories, I'm sure, about Joe having the blow up mattress so that he could sleep in the locker room so he could get out on the Coliseum, because at that time we had phys ed going on in the Coliseum. We had women's volleyball, we had women's basketball, men's basketball, and had all kind of things going on in the Coliseum. So, you know, Joe slept when a lot of people were out partying, doing whatever, and then he got up whenever the place was, he had the place to himself. They don't have to do that here now. They come in here anytime they want and play and practice. And there were 3 of them, I think, in here this morning at 7 o'clock. Jay Shine Page just came in. Devin Williams just came in. KJ just came in. I'm sure wherever KJ his truck is, he's somewhere around somewhere here. And it's great.
KJ's new hairdo.
He had it since he came back. It's Japanese.
Can you envision Missoula someday NBA head coach?
See, I don't know Joe now the way I knew Joe then. You talking about Joe then or Joe now?
I'm talking now.
It's a big difference. That'd be great. I mean, that'd be great for Joe. It'd be great for West Virginia University to have a guy.
I think it was last year, or a couple of years ago, you had kind of talked about the idea of coaches having the ability to like challenge calls or plays, or they're now kind of bringing that up in the NBA. I think they might do it where they give coaches I don't know if they'll give them a flag or not, but the idea of challenging a play or challenging a call seems like that might become a realistic in this sport.
Well, if they get it right, do they pick the flag up and not charge them?
I don't know. I haven't seen all the details on it yet.
I could tell you this: there's at least a place in our league where if you could challenge it and they went to the monitor, the game would never end. Don't you agree, TC? Yeah, it'd never end. I mean, I'd be right all the time.
Seems like basketball is such a momentum sport, though, that, I mean, you don't really want to be stopping it very much unless the momentum's going against you.
We need to take you on a trip to a place that I bet after you sit there and watched it, in person, you'd think we need a flag. Trust me.
I think you need better referees.
You do it though. You don't have time between plays like you do football. You get the play clock and it falls out of the hoop and you're going the other way.
I don't know. You I don't think you can do it, but I mean, I could show you play after play after play that happens at particular places that there's no explanation as to why it wasn't called or how it got called. There's absolutely no explanation. And I've had officials in here and shown it to them, and they're like, "Turn it off. You got screwed. Turn it off."
Coach, what are the teams like that you're going to be playing in Spain? Is there much scouting going into it?
Yeah, we're trying to send Ronnie over there. Kind of send Ronnie over there early to get us got. No, we just go play. They're I think by and large it's their top level teams, which is very good in Spain. Probably minus the Americans. I doubt that there's many Americans over there now.
Does winning or losing mean much at this point?
Well, you always want to win. These guys are going to want to win. I mean,
There are other factors, though, right? I mean,
probably 3 of them. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Spain?
Have I ever been to Spain? Yes, ma'am. I have.
What'd you like? Who'd you like?
I took a college all-star team for Billy Packer, and we played in Malaga and Madrid. I think maybe Barcelona. They're good. I mean, they're really good teams. We won a few, lost a few.
do you like Spain?
I like Spain a lot. Yeah, Spain's a great place, and there's so much history there.
I assume you have some time built in to enjoy the cultural stuff. It's not just all basketball, right?
We're only going to play 3 games, but we are going to practice. We're not going to practice every day, but we're going to practice most days. But in the morning, practice in the morning, and then turn them loose. They're scheduled to go on some sightseeing things. Some of them I canceled because they really don't want to do it, and I don't want to make them do it. I'm past the point of fighting with them in the.
Bullfight?
We got a couple managers we want to have run with the Bulls.
Couple last year's players.
Yeah. That's a big step up too, because in years past there could have been some players that we wanted to run with the Bulls.
Anything else?
Are your players going to get a bit of a different look against like a European team as opposed to a Big 12 team?
The biggest thing is being able to grab it and take it out of bounds on a violation. That's the hardest thing that you have to get used to. I guess that and the goaltend. There is no goaltend. Once it hits the rim, it's a live ball, of which there's a movement with the rules committee that's being considered here. It's kind of like the only 2 people in here probably remember, Bob and I, but when Will Chamberlain scored 100, that was back when you could guide the ball in. So if somebody shot it, he jumped up and just grabbed it and put it in. It was 2 points for him.
At the time when there was no goaltending.
Yeah. Well, there was no offensive goaltending for sure. It didn't have to hit the rim either.
Coach, thank you.
Yes, sir.